Yeah, man, welcome back to the channel. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are literally one day before elections. In fact, we are a couple of hours away from the elections. Yeah, it is real. It is getting real. I know those the special elections have already started from yesterday, but then tomorrow is general elections. Everyone is going to cast their vote to their preferred party. So yeah, man, I'm excited. Hope everyone is excited. As you can see by the title of the video, I'm gonna have my own prediction for the elections, and also comparing with the last elections in 2019, and also going back to 2014, 2009, and 2004. So I'm just gonna compare and also predict what will the outcome be, and I hope I won't be too far off. I really hope that like people will actually like the vote with their minds and with their mind, not with their heart, because we have this issue because of being too loyal to our certain parties, and we feel like we are indebted to those parties. So I think with these elections, people need to vote using their mind, use like compare how's the life been like in the past 5 years during ANC's leadership, or even going back to last 10 years, and even like going back to actually like since the ANC has been ruling the country, how the life has been like. Has it been great? Has it been bad? Are you in between? It's important to take those things into consideration before you give your vote to any other party. And also with DA as well, have you been happy with DA? I mean, I stay in Pretoria currently. I'm based in Pretoria. The Pretoria is filthy, and I had I'm someone that had hopes in DA, but right now I'm not sure anymore. Also with EFF, do that with any other party that you're going to vote for. Use your mind, don't use your heart. So yeah, man, before, without wasting any time, just gonna get to the nitty gritty of today's video. I mean, you can see ANC, they were outright winners in 2019 elections. They had about 10 million and 26,475 votes going to them. I mean, that's a lot of votes. That's a lot of votes, considering that like the number two didn't even get like 5 million. They had about like, they were like outright winners, and they had about 57.50% of support, and which allowed them to have like 230 seats in parliament, which is a lot of seats in parliament, and that's a lot. But then again, one thing that's very important, this number here, in 2014 they had like 62.15 of votes going into them, and significant decrease in 2019. I mean, in 2019. In 2014, they had like 62.15, and then in 2019 they had 57.550. And I think more majority of this 50, it could have been lower, but I feel like people voted for ANC because of they had high hopes and high expectations in Cyril Ramaphosa. And I mean, I don't even need to say it. We were all left disappointed, because I also voted for ANC because the reason why I voted for ANC was because of Cyril Ramaphosa, the new dawn. I had high hopes, I had high expectations, and I was left disappointed. And I know people would make excuses for him and say but then he faced so many things, such as COVID-19 and so on and so forth. But then again, no one was prepared for that. But then again, the way he tackled the issue of COVID-19, it showed so much inexperience and lackluster. So I think he could have handled that issue differently and better. But then we're not into that. So like now they had like a significant decrease of about 3 point something percent, which is a lot, and I actually foresee that number doubling in these coming elections. I see them losing another, let's say 6%, or not even 6%. I foresee ANC losing lots of votes in going into the election, because a lot of people are not happy with ANC, and also people are not happy with Cyril Ramaphosa. It's no longer about like being unhappy with ANC. It's about being unhappy with also the leadership of ANC. Cyril Ramaphosa, is he Is he someone that like can be trusted with holding people accountable? Is he someone that is like a cutthroat leadership? Is he someone that like can actually like stand his authority and make necessary changes when necessary? I don't think so. I don't think he's that guy. And it honestly, I'm disappointed saying this because I thought he was going to be that guy. I thought he was going to be someone that is going to root out all the corruption that is in ANC. And I know he has tried, but I think he could have done way much better. Way much better. So I think ANC will lose a couple of votes. I can see them getting somewhere, let's say maybe 7. So they will still dominate. They will still like have more votes than any other person. But then I don't think it will be an outright domination. I think they will have about like 7 million something, 7 point something million. I'll go into my with the I predict ANC to have about 7.5 million. That's what I can see them having. That's the amount of votes I can see them having. I have them having 7.5 million votes, and also, I mean, what is important in 2019? In 2019, we had about 17.4 million people voting, right? Valid votes. These were votes that were counted, and apparently with 2024 elections, we have about 27 million people that are eligible to vote, and we know not everyone that is registered, not everyone that is eligible to vote is going to vote. So I think we will have an increase of people that are going to vote. So I predict that we're going to have about 80 million people voting. So, and then out of this 80 million, I see ANC getting about 7.5 million, and which will give them about 41.50%, and that's what we need. That's what South Africa needs. ANC having less than 50%, and I know it's a significant decrease compared from 57% to 41%. It's a lot, but then again, with the emergence of MK, with the emergence of ActionSA, WOSA, and so many other parties, I can see the vote being spread out all around other parties. So it's gonna be tricky, and I know I expect ANC to lose so many votes in KZN, like I said, with emergence of MK, and also the existence of IFP. People have always shown their loyalty to IFP. So I predict ANC to lose so many votes in KZN. And then also going to DA, they had about 3.6 million votes, which gave them 20.77% percentage in support, and which gave them 84 seats in parliament, which is a lot. And also you can see the trajectory that D has been on. I mean, 2004 they had 12.37, increased that in 2009 they had 16.66, and then in 2014 they had 22.23. I mean, DA's growth has been very significant, has been like actually like alarming. They had about 22.23, and then in 2019 they decreased. They had about 20.77. So they decreased. They had like fewer votes in 2019, and also that because of VF plus, because they had like a lot of votes. I think most white people they took their vote from DA, they gave and then took them to VF plus. And I actually expect DA to have like less votes in this year's elections, because ActionSA is there, PA is there in Cape Town. I expect most majority of colored people to vote for PA. So I have DA still coming second, but then with 3.1 million votes, which will give them 17.25 percentage. I'm just not sure about how many seats that will be allocated for them in parliament. We'll find out later. And then going to EFF had about 1.8 million votes in 2019. and which is about like 10.80% in support, and which allowed them to have 44 seats in parliament, which is a significant increase from 2014 when they were established. They had about 66.35. So they increased their support by more than 4%, which is a lot. So it gave them like 44 seats. So in this coming elections, unfortunately, I expect EFF to have lesser votes because, again, the emergence of MK, I think MK is going to take a lot of vote away from ANC as well as from KZN. People that didn't believe enough in IFP, I think they're going to vote for MK, and also the people that are based in KZN and also from other provinces, I think they want to give their vote to MK. I think MK is going to be that party that will be cope of 24. There will be a cope of 2024. There will be EFF of 2019 or 2014. So I expect EFF to have lesser votes. I hope I'm wrong for the sake of EFF. So I have them having 1.4 million votes and 8%. And in my fifth position, not in my the fourth party I have here is MK. MK, I think they will actually topple IFP. They will have more votes than IFP. I don't think IFP will be anywhere in the top 5 or top. I don't think they will make the top 10 because let's remember, with the passing of King Mangosuluthi Buthelezi, I mean, he was the pillar of that party. He's someone that actually took that party, that people were voting for that party. I think mostly because of him. He's passed on now, and again, I haven't seen them actually campaigning. I haven't seen IFP enough doing their campaigns, and I think chunk of this 588,000 votes are gonna go to MK. I think I think they will be likely to have less than more than 4 seats in parliament. I don't see them having that number. 14 is a lot. I don't see them having more than 5 seats in parliament. So I predict MK coming 5th, not 5th, because I think they will have more votes than EFF. I predict MK being in the top 4 and having 2.1 million votes, because like I said in my past videos and also earlier in the video, I expect a lot of votes to be lost from ANC. I think MK will take a chunk of votes from ANC. MK will take a chunk of votes from IFP. MK will take a couple of votes from EFF. And yeah, I think they will have about 2.1 million votes, and which will give them 11.80% of support, and that's quite a number of seats in parliament. I'm not sure how many seats that will be in parliament, but I think they'll have more votes or more seats in parliament than EFF. I hope I'm wrong. And then in my 5th position, I have ActionSA. ActionSA, I mean, they have Gayton Mashaba there, someone that is very respected in the country, someone that has the integrity, someone that people actually believe in. I mean, he's shown what he did with Joburg, did a wonderful job with Joburg, and again, I think he will take lots of votes from DA. I think DA will lose voters because of Gayton Mashaba. Most people from DA are gonna vote for ActionSA solely based on because of Gayton Mashaba. And also another thing that I must say, ActionSA is a very diverse party. They have both people of black people, colored people, white people. So it's a very diverse party. It's a party that I would actually recommend people to vote for, but I'm not gonna tell anyone what party to vote for. I think it's one of those parties that are probably gonna get one of the votes from me. Like I said, EFF will definitely get a vote from me. ActionSA is also one party that will definitely get a vote from me. So then I have them having 5.10%. So I really hope that they do well. In this coming elections. And then in 6th position you have VF Plus. I mean, the Afrikaner party. You know that as much as we don't have that many, I mean, we do have a lot of white people, Afrikaner, the Boers. You know they're gonna vote for VF Plus. You already know that that's where their votes are going to. And yeah, man, I don't agree with that party. I don't agree with a lot of things that they stand for, but I have them having 412,000 voters, and which will give them is about 2.30% in support. And then in the 7th position, I have Bosa, Musimamani's party. I think they will do okay. I don't think they will do as good as ActionSA and MK, and I think they will have a say, but not that much. I have them having 394,422 votes, and yeah, I think that might be even a lot, but I'm hoping, I honestly, because I really want to see Musimamani do well. I really hope that they actually like double this number. They end up at let's say maybe around 800,000, but it would be very difficult, very difficult for Musimamani to have anything more than 500,000 votes. So I have him coming sixth. I have him coming 7th with 2.20% of voters. And then in 8th position, I have PA, Patriotic Alliance, also another party that will definitely be getting a vote from me. Definitely be getting a vote from me. I love Gayton McKenzie. I like what he's doing and like what he's about. And yeah, man, I really hope that he does well. But the thing about politics, they will humble you. One thing I know about politics and elections, they will humble you. And I know people didn't show up for him in Orlando during his rally. Was it at Orlando Stadium? It wasn't packed out at all. People didn't show up for him, and I really hope that doesn't translate into votes. I really hope that they actually surpass most people's expectations. I really hope that they do well, because we do need Gayton McKenzie in Parliament. So I'll be definitely voting for him for nationally. I really hope that he goes to Parliament, and yeah, because that's someone that you need, someone that is expressive, someone that is not shy away from having an opinion. So I'll definitely be giving Gayton McKenzie my vote nationally. So I have him coming is it 8th? So yeah, with 385,585 votes, which I know most of them will be coming from the colored community, and I really hope that they show up for him and they actually go out there and vote for him in numbers, vote for PA in numbers, and which will have him coming 8 with 2.10% in percentage of votes. So yeah, man. And then the other, I think this 1.7 will be shared amongst other parties. I think other parties, because we have so many parties. We have like more than 50 parties, which is a sickness. Like, we shouldn't be having that many parties in the country. I think we should have about 5, at most 10, and I think this is something that it needs to be changed. We cannot be having this many parties contesting for elections. I mean, other parties, they just know that they're not gonna win. They're not gonna win. They're not even gonna make it to Parliament, and they just causes unnecessary drama and commotion, because these are the votes that should be going to other parties. These are the votes. I mean, you have like there's so many parties that are actually like not necessary, and I really hope that with the 2029 elections that can change, man. Because one thing about having so many parties, that it actually works for ANC. It works for ANC, and it kind of like take the country backwards. Because I mean, those are the votes that should be going to DA. Those are the votes that should be this 1.7 vote. Those are the votes that should be going to DA, EFF, MK, ActionSA, PA, and Bosa. Not going to party that we don't even know that they do exist. Not party that they've done much campaigning. Not party that they haven't done anything to show that what is it that they're going to offer the South African citizens. And yeah, man, with that said, this is the end of the video. I really hope that you guys are going to show up to the voting stations and voting numbers. And yeah, man, let's take our country forward, because this is the only country we have. We don't have any other country. So South Africans, let's go out there, let's vote. It's important that we do vote, and let's vote for the party that we think and believe that we're going to impact our life positively. And from me, please like and subscribe. And tomorrow we're gonna be going live in the morning. So yeah, it's gonna be fun. Let's go and vote, South Africa. Thank you. Love you guys. Peace.